Hey, Scorpio. We're finally here to do your reading. We have the doggo with us. It's our little bum right there. Hopefully she has some patience. We are going to do Celtic Cross with the Wild Unknown Tarot and Oracle deck combined. And if we need clarification, we're going to use the baby decks separately of the same decks. I've been seeing the Queen of Swords so often. I've been shuffling for a few minutes. So, that's that. I want to be surprised. I don't want to see the bottom. We'll be surprised together. I hope you've all been well. So, 2 cards each placement. You. Crosses. Headspace. Root of the matter. Recent past, near future, how you see yourself, how others see you, hopes and fears, and an outcome. With an overall of the 5 of Cups. I did see that a few times, not on the bottom, but like when I had them separate. Baby girl, come here. Lay down, please. Pick a side. Or right there, but you gotta lay down. This is Thea. For those that don't know, she's a gremlin and just wants to play with a funky chicken. Okay, so for you, you're the gazelle and the turtle? Babe. Huh. Interesting. Those are conflicting energies. Gazelles run, but I guess it's more like out of necessity. And turtle, slow and steady wins the race, right? Maybe you're trying to take it slow, but things potentially spook you at times. So you have the capacity to run should you need to. What crosses you? The Wolf and the 8 of Wands. Girl. I see it's funny because I see the Wolf as having the plan, sitting back and having the plan, right? Because I see the Coyote as like a trickster energy. Similar, but slightly different. And this 8 of Wands is something coming in quick, which would make sense with this gazelle energy. Should you need to run, you can. The 8 of Wands gives a little bit of tower energy because of the lightning in this deck. Alright, let's see. I don't need to figure it all out immediately from 4 cards. Okay. Headspace. Okay. Shark and moth. We just had moth for our Sunday energy. Headspace is that something's lingering. That something you haven't done yet is lingering. Maybe. I guess that's maybe. Root of the matter. There might be. There's dragonfly in the 8 of. I don't know why I said 8. 8's a very auspicious number. I feel like we've had. No, only one other 8. But it is the 9 of Swords. I always see the dragonfly as hovering above the water, above the emotions. And if this 9 Swords is nightmarish enough to elicit negative emotions, the root of the matter is you're going to be able to ride above, I want to say, the worst of it. Doesn't mean there's not. I mean, overall, it's the Five of Cups. We're just trying to figure out. All right. Near past. Recent past. Seven of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Options in the way to work towards things. Must you be? Options in the way you work towards things. Could potentially have caused confusion, because the Eight of Cups can be illusions or possibilities that have one conflicted. Near future. I'm kind of just getting that in the near future, either you're called to get more rest from working so hard, or you're just... or that healing is going to allow you to get back to work. But maybe those are one and the same. It's just in succession. But, like, what crosses you, when I get a work and healing energy together, I always get a little nervous, because I want, how do I say this? The potential for the universe to make you stop and rest or heal is always there. It's always there. And if the root of the matter is that you might have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands, with this Five of Cups, there's very clearly a disappointment energy overall. Right? And underneath that, I hate to say, is a unicorn. That's not what the card I hate to say. So there's like something, I would say something out of the ordinary is coming in. Oh my god, and Judgment's underneath that. Judgment and the Sun. Okay, well, there's so much. Okay. Yes, there could be a change that's initially disappointing, but I think it's for the best. I mean, Towers are always for the best. Short-term emotions are a part of the process. So, like, we've got to feel, like, things are taken away sometimes, or changed, to help us move forward. Okay, so how you see yourself. Father of Cups and the Cobra. I actually think that the Father of Cups is Scorpionic anyway. And then the Cobra. I'm getting, like, emotionally mature, but not afraid to stand up for oneself at all. Which is basically what we've been getting this whole time. We're not afraid to run, like, do what you need to do. Alright. How other people see you. Oh. The hell? The Bear and the Ten of Swords. So if the root of matter was the Nine of Swords, you're going to be able to at least hover above the worst of it. Oh. My thought is that what's happening is could actually be a Ten of Swords, according to other people. But you are going to be able to manage your mind much better. Okay. I don't really like this. Baby, sit down, please. Sit down, you wait a minute. I mean it, sit. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Okay. I knew there was 3 cards. Okay, so hopes and fears. We have the Mother of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Bat. It just seems as if you are going to want to take informed action out of any sort of dark space. guess the fear would be that wouldn't be a possibility. The High Priestess isn't upside down, so it's not necessarily leaning in that direction. Outcome. Oh. That's funny. Okay, so what came to me... So there's Owl, Cosmic Eggs. The first thing that came to me is that you will have that knowing, and you will find solace. I don't know what this solace is from. We can get a clarification with the tarot deck here. The little... It's in the tin. These are fantastic, by the way. They stay so... They stay so nice and crisp. Because they got their own... They have their own little home. I'd like to have a version that stays in the car, but just for mobile purposes. But I'm afraid they're gonna get destroyed. That's why I'd want them in the tins, but still. If anybody has tricks on how they've kept theirs nice, you can let me know. I mean, they don't have to be perfect, but remain usable would be ideal. Okay. Why is this so hard? Oh, and sorry about the doggo. She lives here, so it's hard to, like, really regulate every single thing she does. Okay. So, can we get... Alright. This potential... Tower / swords energy. Can we have some kind of indication on what that might be, please? Ten of Swords. If you're just listening. Underneath is Seven of Wands. So something that might be a solo journey. What might this be? What might this be, please, Spirit? Oh, sorry, this one popped out. A truth. A truth coming to you? What kind of truth? Like, I want to know these things. Please. Please, we're so curious. We're so curious. Obviously, like, depending on how many people listen to this, it's going to be different for everybody, of course. And they don't want to tell me. The moon. They're not going to tell me. Let's see. Is there anything underneath? Seven of Pentacles. Something you've been working on? Something you've been working on isn't going to work out. It's interesting because how I said that I thought that this was the blueprint individual with this sort of tower-esque Eight of Wands energy. I said that I thought that he was more of a blueprint energy and that the coyote was a little bit of a trickster. It could be that this is that energy. The fact that I even mentioned it at all. Like, why? If the coyote isn't here, why would I talk about that? Something is going to be shown. Some truth is going to become about that will put you in a Ten of Swords energy, or at least the Nine of Swords. It's going to be... It's just not going to feel so nice. But it's something you've been working on, but I feel strongly, just a minute, I feel strongly that it's because something you've been working on is not on path. And you are going to be disappointed. So, two possibilities here, of course. One could be that you've already been consciously or unconsciously manifesting something that you want, so something else has to go, even just to make room, or maybe for it to even be a possibility. Something you've been working on. She almost knocked over a deck because she wanted to put her little face on the table. I'm sorry, because they're not letting me know. Like, that's like the moon during a reading like this, especially with clarifiers, and not just, is very much like, nope. I'm like, I'm Scorpio rising, like, should I be worried? Okay. I'm like a little worried. I'm gonna get you an advice card. We've been sticking with the animals. It's like I don't think I've clarified and given advice to anybody, but so far this has been a pretty concise and short reading. So we're gonna do it. When this happens, whatever this truth is, what something you've been working on comes in, what is the best energy? I'm sorry for slamming. Oh my goodness. What is the best energy to embody for Scorpio's greatest good? That's what I was trying not to do. Scorpio's greatest good. Sorry, I'm laughing at her little face on the table. Okay. Groundhog spirit. Time to let go. Of what? See the big picture. Blueprint. Big picture. Wolf energy. Big picture. Yeah, Oh, and I didn't mention the second. So the second thing would be that it's just whatever this is not a part of the big plan. Like, whether you manifest it or not. Because, like, for some of you, it's just, like, clearly, like, you either wrote an intention, set an intention, and it's, like, that request, this is the exact result from that request. But then for some, it would be just the divine saying, like, nope, we want you in this direction. That has held you up for too long. Time to let go. We're going to show you the big picture. Oh, so with that, gazelle. No, it's antelope, not gazelle. Underneath. Life is speeding up. So the other thing I was going to say, my own personal advice after these two, would be that would I attempt to do, if I'm in the right mindset, is when something bad happens, well, bad, air quotes, I feel it, and, like, in those moments I'm, like, actively talking to spirit, saying, like, I'm gonna feel this right now, then I'm gonna calm down, like, I'm gonna try to keep myself as nice to the people around me as possible, of course. Then I will calm down. I might treat myself to something nice. Like, grab an ice cream or something. Just something little, something not out of this world, but and then I would say something personally, and say something along the lines of, like, while I am processing this, can you please try to show me the ways in which I should be moving instead? Help me to understand why this wasn't the thing I was allowed to keep in my life, and help me see where I should be going instead. Like, where should this, like, if my energy was not served best in this way, where would be a better use of my time and energy? it's funny because often it'll come in pretty quick when you ask, when you're like conscious of it. Um, like okay, it might take like a few days, and then you've kind of adjusted your attitude by then. You're like a little more open by then, depending on, of course, what it is. And you'll laugh. You're like, oh, okay, okay. This thing, whatever it is, would have been in direct conflict with what that was. Yep, yep. So, I feel for whatever this is. I may or may not have this coming myself. Scorpio rising. And Pluto, I think. Pluto generation. Um, and I will see you again soon. Take care.